guys, my name's Andy. I am the voice of Punto How To and the one behind all these videos that you see on this channel here. I just wanted to check in with you guys to let you know what's going on. I recently, it was about 3 weeks ago now, I bought a Punto Evo Sporting model. It's a 1.6 litre, 120 horsepower Multijet diesel engine with a 6-speed manual gearbox. This car came up for sale on eBay. It was only £1,500. It's very cheap for this model of car. These are usually selling for £4,000 to £5,000. There is a very good reason it was cheap, which I will go into later in the video. As always, if you like what you see in the videos, please consider subscribing. Also give us a thumbs up if you like our videos, and don't forget to obviously comment in the comments below if there's anything you'd like to ask or anything you'd like to say about the videos. I always check those, and it's always great to hear what you have to say. So without further ado, let's go down and actually have a look around the car and see what's going on with it. Launched in 2010 to replace the outdated Grande, the Punto Evo was set up to go head-to-head with the Volkswagen Polo and Ford Fiesta of its era, and offered a much more budget-friendly alternative than those cars.
Punto Evo, drive the evolution.
So here's the car. It's, as I say, the 1.6 litre turbo diesel engine. Got the 3-button remote key here, which does work. Just have a little look around it. This is the sporting model. So we have got 17-inch multi-spoke alloys there. Coming around, we have got tinted, factory tinted rear windows. Rear tailgate is factory tinted. Badge, I don't know how well you'll see this. Badge is all coming apart, so I've ordered a new badge for that. Got the sports exhaust trim on there. It's got the LED tail lights. Coming around to the side, mirrors, and down here at the front as well, we've got a broken fog light, which I'm going to have to replace. There are some blemishes and things on the paintwork. If I just go over those, there's, don't know how well you'll see this, there's some lacquer come off there. A little bit more lacquer has come off there. There was when I got it home. I've got most of them out now, and it's got a bit dirty again since, but I don't think you can see there's some scratches along here, which I've polished most of them out, and as you can see there's a little bit of a dent there as well in the driver door. So that's the outside of the car. As I say, there are some scratches around it, but nothing, no major damage, no major dents, nothing like that. I go in the boot, push the badge on these to open the boot. I've got a set of roof bars for it, so they will fit. They'll become in handy for putting bikes on the roof. Got the subwoofer here, it's an enhanced stereo system. And then on this side I've already had a little bit of rummage around. It's got the wiring there for the for a rear socket, so I'll be putting a new socket in that. Here it's got a missing clip on the parcel shelf, which I've already ordered a clip for that. That's nothing major, but sometimes when you shut the boot, the parcel shelf might fall down behind the back seat and then jam in the back window, so that's all good. So we've got those little jobs to do, and then coming inside, so this is about as high a spec as you'll get on the interior of one of these. It's got the full leather interior. Don't know how easy that is to see. I'll just try and show in the back. There you go, full leather interior in the back. These aren't heated seats. I don't think in the UK we got heated seats on any Fiat model. However, I have done some investigations. I know that the heated seat button goes down here, so I'll probably look into getting some heated seat kits and then fitting the button for the heated seat kits down here for the front 2 heated seats. Very little point doing the back seats. Turning the camera round, we have got, let's get in actually. So that's my Golf Cabriolet in front. So we have got the audio system in this car is the Blue and Me 2 system. This means that you've also get this socket on the dash for putting a TomTom sat-nav holder into, and then you get sat-nav that connects to some of the features on the car and displays some of the features of the car on that sat-nav unit. They're really expensive, and my experience of TomTom at the moment is that sometimes that you can suddenly find your sat-nav unit is obsolete overnight as they decide to stop updating the map. So not ideal, but I've found a workaround for that. This car has got stop start, it's got the city steering here, the active stability program there, the below the radio it's got the dual zone climate control system, and then down here again, I don't know how well you'll see that, the cable, a USB port there, or an auxiliary port for the radio. The USB port you just plug straight into your phone, and through this radio you can control the music coming from the phone through the controls on the radio and on the steering wheel. This model has got cruise control there, the stalk underneath the indicators. It has got the multifunction steering wheel, as you can see there, with all the various buttons for phone and Blue and Me on it. I don't think there's an awful lot else to show you in here. The dash on these is obviously very different to the Grande. They changed the whole design of the dashboard for these, and then they kept this design of interior for the current Punto model that's still on sale. Things I need to do in here, I'm not a very big fan of the white trim. So the white door handles, this white panel here which sort of turns blue depending on how the light is shining on it, and this also, it goes around the radio, it goes around the air vents, it's on the buttons here, it's on the bezels around the dials. I'm not a big fan of the white trim, so I'm going to look to see if I can do anything to change that. Then over here, I don't know if you'll see that very easily, there's some tape here. Don't know what it's for, but there's some tape behind that door panel which I need to take off and see what that tape is actually for. I suspect what it is somebody's maybe broken the window at some point, or they've changed a speaker or something in the bottom here, and then they've pulled, there's usually a plastic membrane on the inside of the door, and they've pulled that off and it has not gone back, so they then taped it in place and done a bit of a hash job on that. What else do I need to do in here? There is also down here, again, try and get the camera in, there's some wires hanging down behind the dash. What I've actually discovered is they are just for an audio input, or either an audio input or for some sort of speaker output. Now the reason I say that is because I haven't tested them to see what they're for, and I haven't taken the radio to see how they're connected. They've got a little device here, so I think this is like a crossover type wiring setup, and at some point somebody's maybe had a subwoofer in the back of the car. The reason, when I've had a look around the car, I've also found in the boot, I'll try and go around the back to show you, in the boot of this car there are some marks on the boot floor underneath the carpet, which probably not easy to show with the thing. Underneath here in the boot there are a couple of points where somebody's drilled a hole into the boot floor, which suggests that maybe somebody's made an earth point in there to connect some sort of subwoofer. Whatever the case, it's not needed anymore, so I'll probably take those wires out. The last thing to show you, aside from the fact I just pop the key in, starts nicely, air conditioning comes on, it's the climate control here, turn that down so you can hear me. The radio all working. Forgot to point out this little thing on the top here, that the hinge is broken. I think this is a common problem on these because the hinge looks very, very cheaply made. So I'm not sure there's an awful lot I can do with that. I might try and find some way of working around that. So I'll stop the engine again. Bonnet release down in the passenger footwell, and then I'll go around the front and we'll look under the bonnet. So under the bonnet, it's fairly clean and tidy under here. As I say, 1.6 Multijet. It looks like it's got its original battery, which does still function with the stop-start to some degree, but it's not very good. There's also a little sticker here to say it's had some performance headlights put in. And I mean, realistically, it's all very clean and tidy under here. There's nothing too major. I will probably give it a good engine service at some point. I'll change the fuel filter. At some point I'll change the fuel filter. I will maybe look into doing a cam belt on this because I believe it's got a belt rather than a chain. And I might also take off these turbo pipes and have a good look inside them, make sure that they're all nice and clean and tidy. But realistically, there's nothing really major to do under here. So that's it. That is the Punto. Let me just pop the bonnet down. This is my project for the next few months, to get it up to scratch, get it looking nice. And you can follow me on this channel, follow the progress. Don't forget to click like and subscribe. Don't forget to comment below and let us know any thoughts that you've got, any suggestions you've got, any questions you might have. I do tend to read them all, so definitely keep in touch, and thank you for watching.